But of course now comes the question, did you both become Baha'is together? Or how did you become Baha'is? I mean, everybody's got a story there.
Well, I became a Baha'i first, but I have to say with a lot of difficulty.
Yeah? Oh, that's great.
Because, going way back, there was a question that occurred to me when I was 10 years old that I could never forget. What does it mean to be a human being? You have to find out. And that became my driving force, irrespective of how many rails I went off or where I went. Everything I read and looked into, I did looking for an answer to that question. I read biographies, science, religions, you name it, I went there in search of something that could tell me what it meant to be a human being. I had also decided that I would know it when I saw it, and when I saw it, I would have no option but to become a part of whatever it was, because there must be something that existed in my time that could answer that question for me. So I got quite a shock when I came across some of the Baha'i writings. In fact, the first Baha'i book that I read was the Book of the Covenant, Baha'u'llah's Covenant. And that came as a shock to me because it was extremely clear to me that this was what I was looking for. But I did not want to be a part of a religion. So there was a bit of a battle because I then read more and more to try and prove to myself why this was perhaps not what I was looking for.
You got snared by your own,
snared by my own petard. And eventually, of course, I understood, because in my search through various philosophies and religions and so forth, it had occurred to me that while the prophets may be saying something similar, certainly how the peoples reacted was not necessarily highly desirable or responded. In some cases, yes, in some cases, no, but I had deduced that it would not be a religion. So it came as an even bigger shock to find that it was actually a religion. But I understood by reading the writings of Baha'u'llah that we are on the verge of really beginning to understand what the role of religion is in mankind's existence, that what we have understood to date has been a result of our relationship from infancy, youth, adolescence. Once we start to move into a more mature frame of mind, we will begin to understand that our relationship to religion to date has been very immature. This is how I understand it.
Yeah, and it's very interesting, isn't it? Because people are very frightened of that word.
Very frightened of it.
Because, of course, it's become so distorted.
Yeah.
So it's interesting it's called the Baha'i faith.
Yes,
but,
yes.
So, I mean, I can understand, because so many people go, religion, just don't want to know. Because it smacks of authoritarianism and clergy and hierarchy. So, continue. What turned you over?
Well, of course, in the Baha'i faith as well, one of the concepts is that we are now of an age where we can assume personal responsibility for our own spiritual growth, and that has enormous appeal to me. But I basically knew, once I had encountered the word of Baha'u'llah, that I was going to have to become a Baha'i, because I was going to have to put my money where my mouth was, which was, that I would know it when I saw it. And so, at the end of the day, my soul was going to win this battle. So it dragged me into the Baha'i.
Kicking and screaming.
Kicking and screaming into the Baha'i faith. And of course, once you become familiar with the concepts, it goes back to that thing of beauty. It's a beautiful religion. It's a majestic religion. It is an uplifting religion. It's designed to take mankind into a future of adulthood.